Have you ever felt like something big is being hidden from you? Like there are places in the world that simply weren't meant to be seen? Today, you're going to cross into forbidden zones, pass invisible borders, and discover places so secret that entire governments have done everything in their power to erase any trace of them. But the question is, why? What could be so dangerous or so valuable that it needs to be hidden at all costs? Stick with me until the end, because the last place on this list is one of the most closely guarded secrets on the planet. And once you find out what's there, you might never look at the world the same way again. Locked Section 1, Area 51, USA, far beyond aliens. In the middle of the Nevada desert, there's a stretch of land where no one goes. Literally. Area 51, the most talked about military base on the planet, and the least understood. Officially, it's used to test experimental aircraft, but then why is the airspace so restricted, with orders to shoot down anything that gets too close? Over the decades, there have been reports, leaks, and even suspicious videos showing technology that seems out of this world. Former engineers claim to have worked on projects that defied the laws of physics, and satellite images show structures that simply vanish overnight. Coincidence? Or complete information control? Backhand index pointing right, but hey, if you think that's strange, what's next feels like something straight out of a spy movie, and it happens underground. Whole Section 2 Metro 2 Russia, the KGB's invisible city. Imagine a subway that no one sees, that doesn't appear on any map, and that connects the most sensitive locations of one of the world's most secretive governments. That's the legend, or maybe the reality, of Metro 2 in Moscow. It's said to have been built by the old KGB, linking the Kremlin to underground facilities, nuclear shelters, and command centers still active today. But no one confirms it. No authorities. No documents. Even so, urban explorers have found sealed hatches, reinforced doors, and tunnels that disappear into darkness. What's really down there? What's being hidden beneath our feet? Backhand index pointing right. And before you try to answer that, the next place holds secrets as old as human history itself. Scroll Section 3, the Vatican Secret Archives, the Church's vault. In the heart of Rome, behind centuries-old walls, there's a place where not even the most powerful can enter without special permission. The Vatican Secret Archives hold documents written over 1,000 years ago. Scrolls, letters, records that could rewrite all of human history in a completely different light. But here's the curious part. The Church allows access to only a tiny fraction of the collection, and even that requires direct approval from the Pope. Some theorists believe the archives contain ancient texts about Jesus, records of contact with lost civilizations, and even evidence of life beyond Earth. Conspiracy theory? Maybe. But when the Vatican itself acknowledges the possibility of extraterrestrial life, doubt starts to sound more reasonable than certainty. Backhand index pointing right, speaking of forbidden, the next place is in Brazil. And it's so dangerous that not even the military dares to go there. Skull and Crossbones Section 4. Snake Island, Brazil, off limits even for Brazilians. Just a few miles off the coast of Sao Paulo. There's a place that looks like paradise but is actually closer to a nightmare. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island. It's home to one of the most venomous snake species on Earth. The golden lancehead, a snake so lethal it can kill a human in minutes. It's estimated there are up to 5 snakes per square meter. But the real question is, why has no one ever tried to clear the island? Why keep a place like this off limits to this day? Some say it's to protect unique, endangered species. Others believe the island hides unrevealed archaeological remains. The mystery deepens when even researchers need special authorization and can only go unaccompanied by the military. Backhand index pointing right. And if that sounds terrifying, the next place is invisible, silent, and might be watching you right now. Satellite Section 5, Pine Gap, Australia, the eye that sees everything. Imagine a place where satellites, drones, and surveillance tech all converge. Pine Gap, in Australia, is a military facility run by the United States. A base in the middle of the desert, far from everything and everyone. But that isolation is intentional. It's believed that Pine Gap monitors global communications, detects missile launches in real time, and controls military drones in various parts of the world. But what really raises eyebrows are the areas of the base that simply don't show up in official records, even though they're clearly visible in civilian satellite images. Why hide something beneath your own surveillance system? Backhand index pointing right. So here's the question. What are they watching so closely and why? Ice Cube Section 6, Svalbard, Norway, the Doomsday Vault. In the heart of a frozen Arctic island, buried under tons of ice and rock, there's a vault. But not just any vault. It's called the Doomsday Vault. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is a highly secure facility that stores copies of seeds from every food crop on Earth, a kind of backup for humanity. The idea is to protect biodiversity in case of nuclear war, global pandemic, or even climate collapse. Sounds noble, right? But here's where the mystery kicks in. Why do so many nations, even rival ones, invest millions in facility with no public access? Why is the information about what exactly is stored there so vague? And strangest of all, there are inner chambers that even the scientists in charge can't access. Backhand index pointing right. So what if the plan isn't just to preserve seeds, but something much bigger? Place of Worship Section 7, Mount Yamantau, Russia, the fortress of the gods? In the middle of the Ural Mountains lies a peak that's become a full-blown geopolitical mystery. Mount Yamantau. The name roughly translates to Evil Mountain. For decades, spy satellites have detected intense military activity in the area. Tunnels being dug, trains disappearing, structures vanishing under snow. Russia claims it's just a mining facility, but former CIA agents say otherwise. According to them, Mount Yamantau is a massive underground bunker capable of withstanding a direct nuclear strike. Some believe it houses an alternate government, or maybe the true command center in times of war, a place beyond reach, beyond reason, beyond the world as we know it. Backhand index pointing right, and if that bunker is real, what else might be hidden inside? Test Tube Section 8, North Brother Island, New York. Forgotten on purpose. Few people know this, but New York, the most surveilled city in the world, has its own dark side. Between Manhattan and the Bronx lies a small, abandoned island, North Brother Island. In the 19th century, it hosted a quarantine hospital. Terminally ill patients with tuberculosis and smallpox were sent there, often to die. Later, it became a rehab colony, and then it was simply sealed off. Today, it's completely closed to the public. Overgrown vegetation covers crumbling buildings. Rusted medical equipment lies on the floors, like a photograph frozen in time. Authorities claim it's an ecological reserve, but many say they hear sounds at night, voices, as if someone or something is still in there. Backhand index pointing right, it might sound like legend, but what would you do if ghosts of history were still hiding just outside civilization? DNA Section 9, Vector Biological Institute, Russia, the Virus Vault. Have you ever heard of the smallpox virus? It was officially eradicated in 1980, but it still exists in just 2 places on Earth. One is in the United States. The other is in this Russian laboratory, the Vector Institute, located in Siberia, within a maximum security base. Vector houses samples of some of the deadliest viruses in history, like Ebola, anthrax, and even strains of diseases that don't have public names. It's where scientists develop vaccines and also bioweapons. The fear? An accident, a leak, or worse, an experiment gone wrong. In 2019, there was an explosion inside the facility, and no one really knows what was released. Backhand index pointing right, if this sounds like a movie script, maybe reality has already passed fiction. I, Section 10, Room 39, North Korea, the invisible money room. Now imagine a room. No windows, no cameras, no records. In North Korea's capital, there's a secret facility known as Room 39. According to defectors, this is where the regime manages covert operations, money laundering, counterfeiting, trafficking, and control of secret financial assets. They say this room is a financial heart of the regime, an invisible vault through which billions of dollars move without ever touching the outside world. The problem? No one has ever seen it. No outsider has entered. No images have been confirmed. But the clues are there. And intelligence experts say Room 39 is one of the most mysterious and dangerous organizations on the planet. Backhand index pointing right. And maybe it's the link connecting everything we were never meant to know. Microscope Section 11, Gate 3 of Dulce Base, USA, the alleged underground alien base. Now, what if I told you there's a base underground where humans and non-humans work together? Welcome to Dulce Base, New Mexico. According to reports from former U.S. government employees, and even documents released under the Freedom of Information Act, this facility, which officially doesn't exist, supposedly contains 7 underground levels where experiments are conducted in genetic engineering, mind control, and even communication with other species. Gate 3 is said to be the entrance, unmarked, heavily guarded, and monitored 24/7 by invisible drones. The stories go further. Hybrid bodies, advanced AI, and scientists who vanished after blowing the whistle. Science fiction? Maybe. But when the government refuses to confirm or deny, the mystery only deepens. Backhand index pointing right, but before you draw your conclusions, the next place isn't just hidden, it literally sank beneath the ocean. Waterwave Section 12, Modern Atlantis, the sunken city of Yonaguni, Japan. In 1986, divers exploring the seabed near Yonaguni Island, Japan, discovered something unexplainable. Stairs, columns, perfectly carved walls, all made of solid stone, submerged 25 meters underwater. Could this be proof of a lost civilization? The Atlantis of the Pacific? While scientists debate whether it's a natural formation or man-made, one thing is clear. Nothing down there seems random. The dimensions are mathematically precise. Symbols are engraved in the rocks. And to this day, there's no definitive answer. The Japanese government offers no protection or official disclosure about the site. No full international scanning expedition has ever been approved. Backhand index pointing right. What lies beneath that they don't want a world to see? Brick Section 13, Greenbrier Bunker, USA. The Parallel Congress. Imagine an entire parliament operating in secret. For decades, the Greenbrier Resort, a luxurious hotel in West Virginia, held a secret just meters away from its millionaire guests. A massive underground bunker built to house every member of a U.S. Congress in case of nuclear war. Equipped with dormitories, communication centers, cafeterias, and even voting rooms, it was a shadow government, ready to function while the world outside collapsed. The bunker was kept secret for over 30 years, until a journalist exposed it. It was immediately deactivated. But here's the mystery. Why such intense preparation? And could there be a new, still active bunker somewhere hidden even deeper? Backhand index pointing right. Maybe the answer lies where you least expect it. Beneath your own feet. Snake Section 14, Longyu Caves, China. The structure that shouldn't exist. In China's Zhejiang province, farmers digging a well in 1992 stumbled upon something astonishing. A gigantic cave, carved with mind-blowing precision. Symmetrical columns, walls marked with ancient patterns, and interconnected tunnels. Soon they found out it wasn't just one. There were over 20 caves, all man-made. The mystery? No historical records, no written accounts, no trace of the tools used. These caves were built over 2,000 years ago, with a perfection that modern technology struggles to replicate even today. So who built them, and why? Chinese authorities maintain highly restricted access to the site. Not all tunnels have been explored. Not all passages have been opened. Backhand index pointing right, maybe because opening some doors would raise questions no one is ready to answer. Warning Section 15, Bohemian Grove, California. The club where the world is decided. You've probably never been invited to Bohemian Grove, and you probably never will be. This private retreat, hidden deep in a California forest, hosts world leaders, billionaires, generals, and CEOs of the biggest companies on Earth every year. They're far from cameras. They participate in strange rituals, wearing robes, chanting, and burning symbols in front of a giant owl statue. Sounds like fiction, but it's all documented. George Bush, Nixon, Reagan, even Bill Clinton, all have been there. And the scariest part? Decisions that change world history, like the creation of the Manhattan Project, which led to the atomic bomb, were allegedly first discussed informally in this club. Backhand index pointing right, why is this place so secret? And what else has been decided there while the rest of the world slept? Zombie Section 16, Poveglia Island, Italy, where death still lives. Just a few kilometers from Venice, Italy, lies an island that no one wants to set foot on. Poveglia. For centuries, it was used as a dumping ground for plague victims. Later, it became a psychiatric hospital. Today, it's abandoned, but locals say no one comes back the same. Historical records suggest over 160,000 people died there, some buried alive, others forgotten. In 1922, reports of missing doctors and screams echoing through the night led to the hospital's closure. Today, access is forbidden. The buildings still stand, and those who approach say they feel a heavy presence, as if the island itself were alive and waiting. Backhand index pointing right, a grim reminder that not every forgotten place is truly empty. Satellite Section 17, Area 122, the silent sibling of Area 51. Everyone's heard of Area 51, but almost no one knows about Area 122. Located in northern Nevada, this site is far less talked about and far more protected. Satellite images show that air cargo activity there surpasses even Area 51. Massive equipment is delivered by road at night. The entrance has 5 security layers. Any approach is intercepted by armed guards. There isn't a single official document that mentions the name Area 122, but military defectors claim it houses experimental technology that defies the laws of physics. Tests involving anti-gravity, dimensional portals, and even telepathic communication with biological AI. Science fiction? Maybe. But if it's real, the future of humanity may already be unfolding underground. Backhand index pointing right. And the craziest part? Maybe you've seen something in the sky without realizing it was real. Hole Section 18, Mel's Hole, a bottomless pit. Have you ever heard of Mel's Hole? It's located in Ellensburg, Washington, USA. A man named Mel Waters claimed that on his property there was a pit with no bottom. He tried measuring it with lines, weights, even sonar. Everything he dropped in never made a sound. Then, strange things started happening. Animals grew agitated near it. The surrounding vegetation died. Electronic devices malfunctioned. Mel went on the radio to tell his story. Days later, he disappeared. Neighbors said federal agents surrounded the property, and the area was sealed off. Today, the exact location is a mystery, and the hole vanished from all maps. Backhand index pointing right, but what if it's still there, hidden behind fences and lies? What if it's a doorway to something we were never meant to reach? World Map Section 19, the Zone of Silence, Mexico, where physics breaks down. Imagine a place where no radio signals work, compasses spin wildly, and clocks just stop. That place exists. It's called the Zone of Silence. In the map of my desert, northern Mexico, reports speak of mysterious lights in the sky, humanoid beings, and even genetic mutations in local plants and animals. The Mexican government neither confirms nor denies, but built a research base inside the zone, officially to study weather. Unofficially, no one knows. Locals avoid the area. They say those who go and come back changed, or don't come back at all. Backhand index pointing right, what's really happening inside? Is it just a magnetic anomaly, or something not from this earth? Detective Section 20, the Doomsday Vault, Norway. On a frozen island near the North Pole, there's a vault, but not just any vault. It's the Global Seed Vault, a subterranean bunker locked at freezing temperatures, containing seeds of nearly every cultivable plant species on Earth. But here's the mystery. Who exactly controls the access? Why are there underground levels not shown on official maps? Why have conflicting nations, like the US, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, all collaborated to build it? They say the site is meant to replant the world after a cataclysm. But others believe what's stored there isn't just seeds, and that some vaults can only be opened with specific biological keys. Backhand index pointing right. Is this the real Doomsday Vault, or the beginning of a new world already being prepared? Without your knowledge, you just travel through places that don't appear in school books. Locations that governments deny, hide, or have erased from collective memory. But now you know, you've seen. You've entered the secret map of the planet. And here comes the final question. What else have they hidden? Because if so many secrets have already come to light, imagine what still lies buried beneath our feet, behind doors that never open, or above the clouds where few dare to look. You've gone too far to turn back now. If you made it this far, write in the comments, backhand index pointing right. Now I see. And get ready, because the next video will take you beyond Earth, to the secrets that no longer belong only to our world.
Attention, pay close attention. I'm going to introduce you to something incredible in the next 3.1 seconds. Do you want access to Google's certification methodology where you can earn between $3,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month or even more? It's a methodology that very few people know about, a veritable blue ocean. Many people manage to make a lot of money with this methodology. It's something that Google itself offers, and very few people know about it, and anyone can apply this methodology. We present the whole methodology in an ebook. It's something that's in high demand in today's market, a great opportunity. And you don't need to sell a course or anything like that, and you don't have to leave your home. The original price of the ebook is $147, but you're only going to pay half that amount, which is $73. In fact, you're not even going to pay that. The amount you're going to pay is $37. It's practically free for the amount it's delivered. And you even get a super bonus 100% free. And you can split this amount into 4 installments of $10.21. And your risk is 0, since after the purchase you still have a 7-day money-back guarantee. We give you access to all the content and bonuses, and you still have this money-back guarantee. Hurry and buy the ebook at the promotional price, which may increase at any time. Click on the link in the first comment attached.